The converted man. Yeah. All right. So there is no God or afterlife. Now what? Take you back a bit. When I was in the process, the throes of my deconversion, there was this. I went to a church. Oh man, so boring and pointless. Walked out of there so irritated at everything. And this guy had followed me outside, and I was trying to tell him I didn't believe in any of this now, and it's pointless. And he was like, "Well, okay, fine, I agree with you. Now what?" And that stuck with me. It's like, well, now what? All right, so I agree with you. Now what? He didn't really agree with me, of course. He still believed in God and all that. I was struggling, still not sure that I didn't believe in God in a way, like not certain of my deconversion, if you will. It was there, but I was angry and frustrated. So now what though? Okay, so there isn't a God. Okay. There isn't an afterlife. Okay. So now what? What do you do? What are you supposed to do with that? What do you do next? Imagine you've spent time and energy reading the Bible, going to church. Maybe you even made a YouTube channel talking about how God exists. You really put a lot into this, only to discover, nope, it's not true. None of it's true. Never was. Now what do? You just flush all that down the toilet? Do you delete it? Yeah. Do you criticize your own work? How do you deal with that? What do you do in life? How do you live? I don't know. I don't have answers. Why should I have answers? Well, how do you live a God-filled, centered, Christ-like life? Nobody can do that either. It doesn't appear to be an answer in religion, although they pretend to give an answer. So you're still on your own, figuring it out. And go get a job, do that. Then what? Just keep doing that until you can't work anymore. And then they'll pay you some amount of money, and then you die. This sounds so grim. It's like, well, what was the point of any of that? No. You might have fun. No, okay. You might not have fun, though. Is having fun all there is? What are you supposed to do? Grappling with reality as it really is, rather than holding on to some belief that you have, holding on to a whimsical version of the universe where it just makes more sense that way. Of course something intelligent made all of this. How else do you explain it? Well, it can be explained through this, and that. Well, but that's not enough. There's more to it than that. Is there? Is there really? Because that seems like all there is. It's complicated. But, yeah. So, now what? Okay, well, now what? Well, it all means nothing. People say this to me, too. It's a sandcastle. It's beautiful. Took time and energy to build it. But it's going to go away. That doesn't make it pointless. And somebody is saying, what's the point in life? You just die at the end. Some person in the war, and they're 7 years old and they get killed. And it's like, what's the point then? Like, not all stories are happy, but it's still a story. And stories have endings. That it ends doesn't make it pointless. It matters now to you, to other people. So the now what is, well, you accept it, you embrace it, you learn about it, you learn reality as best you can, and then you share that knowledge with others, and you make the most of it that you can. Isn't that life? Well, yeah, that is. That is life. Trying to be useful, trying to give out ideas, trying to improve things in some shape or way. And we each have our own methods of doing that. But why? Why not? What else are we going to do? You might as well. So now what? Well, now you live. You explore. You learn. And yes, one day you won't be. But don't worry about that. There's nothing you can do about that. It's absolutely nothing you can do. Thinking about that, I've been thinking about the law of identity. A equals A. You are you. And the moment that you're not you, then you're not. So, due to the law of identity, you're always you. And so, when you aren't you, well, then you can't not be you. So then there isn't a you, and then that's not. That's confusing, but it's one way to think about it, I guess. Why does mortality always be brought up into these things with God? But it is. The two are intertwined. There's a God and there's an afterlife. Why can't there just be an afterlife and no God? Why can't there be, a God with no afterlife? Well, what now? So what? So what are you supposed to do? I don't know. You're able now to learn things that maybe before you weren't able to learn, or like if you learn them, they would destroy your belief. Like now nothing should upset you. Like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Oh, that's a new thing I learned. Huh? Or that thing is wrong. Whatever. I guess it's trying to move forward in light of the discovery that reality isn't what you thought it was, but it's something else. And that thing is pretty darn amazing. And you might as well try to figure it out while you can and make the best of it that you can. Such are my musings. So let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, stay skeptical. And after next time, remain skeptical.